So dudes, yo, happy day to you. Hope you're out enjoying salvation. As always, man, don't forget to eat. Man doesn't live on bread alone, but every word that comes from the mouth of the Father. And I'm feeling convicted a little bit even this week, where I feel like I've been very connected to earth, even in the form of like fantasy football last night. Like where my heart is being more connected to earth than it is to heaven. And I think that's a result of me prioritizing the flavors of earth from the flavors of heaven. And then I get up in the morning and I ask myself why I don't like feel much. Because I'm freaking connected to earth. So anyways, don't forget to eat today. Man, it's not a one-time deal. It is a discipline of nutrients and feasting well. But hey, if you've been on the channel the last few days, I think we've been talking about these new mandates, and really want to encourage you to go back to Philippians and hang out there, man. If you're trying to navigate masks, mandates, government regulation, and there's two things in particular. I think Philippians 2, I think it's like 13 to 15 or something. It's really got me because it's like Paul is relating to Jesus, the Christ. He's like, if you want to be like him, essentially lay down your life like Jesus did. But then he says, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling, for it is the Lord who acts, like he's acting in our lives to do his will. And there's two questions that have come up for me as I've been praying the last couple of weeks. I mentioned the first one earlier, but Holy Spirit asked me if the Constitution and the cross are compatible. And as I've been running my brain around that, like that is a dynamic question. There's so much. I'm still working that out. But yesterday he asked me, as an American, how do I relate to heaven? And as a citizen of heaven, how do I relate to earth? And so those two questions are really like working me, because as an American, I feel like it's our right, our independence, back-to-back World War champions. Like there's a little bit of a brashness to it. And the Constitution or the Bill of Rights really empowers the individual to be the judge. But then as a citizen of heaven, like Jesus empowers me to lay down my life. And so anyways, working those two out, and I would love your thoughts. If you have profound thoughts, most of y'all on this channel know me. I mean, you're welcome to create a dialogue on the interweb, but would love your thoughts in real life. So feel free to drop me a line, holler at me. But I do feel very challenged for myself and to equip the church and empower the church to be very clear on our role in relating and influencing the government. So even this week, we got school board elections coming up, and before this year, those would come and go, and I would know like two people that would even vote. And so this kind of messed up. Like why am I not like praying for the school board members, for the county clerk, for the sheriff, for the mayor, for the city council? Like I don't even know what they look like. So anyways, as we're messing around and dealing with regulations, what would it look like if we, the church, took up influence in the political realm, starting up in heaven and not down on earth? So anyways, there's a lot there. Philippians 2, man, I feel very confident that it is the Lord who is working out his will in our lives as I work out my salvation with fear and trembling. And I think this is what Paul was talking about. Like, what the heck? How the heck do we do this? So I feel encouraged that I think the Bible can relate to America, 21st century, 21st century. All right, y'all, be blessed, seriously. Be very conscious of how you eat. Eat well. Get some nutrients. See you around the planet.